DCE. Yes, everybody? All right, good. Easy, right? Okay, they're not always going to be that easy, but they still will. I mean, all you have to look at is 1 and see that number, right? So it's really not, that still will be that easy because if you can use the calculator to figure it out. Okay, the next 3 problems are word problems. Okay, I'm going to flip it onto the next page because I didn't have enough room underneath here. But they're going to be 3 word problems, just letting you know. I'm going to write them as short as I can, you know, so that we're not hurting our hands. I have to write it in every class. Okay? Anything I make you do, I will do myself so that you don't feel like you're dying. Okay? First one, number 7. Okay, the value of a car represented by Y can be shown by the model Y equals 25,000 parentheses 0.85 to the T power, where T is the number of years since the car was new. Okay, the value of a car represented by Y, okay, it's going to be the Y equals equation, can be shown by the model Y equals 25,000 parentheses 0.85 close parentheses to the T power, where T is the number of years since the car was new. Right, and on all these that we're going to do, most of them are going to have 5 parts, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're super hard, right? But there's several things we want to point out. Okay, A, the very first question I'm going to ask every time is it growth or is it decay? All right, and the way that we can tell is the base, that's what's in the parentheses. Okay, on the ones we just saw, it didn't have this number out front. Okay, that meant that it was a 1 and understood 1. But what's in the parentheses? If it's greater than 1, it's growth. If it's less than 1, it's decay. Also, you can kind of tell what's going on in this situation. When you buy a car, does it get worth more money or worth less money? Less, right? If I sold it 2 years later, I'm not selling it for as much. Okay, so it's less, so it's decay. Right? It's a decay problem. I'm just going to circle decay. Okay, B is annual. Oops. That's a U. Percentage. All right, on the other problems that we have, it's going to say increase or decrease, but I'm just going to write, since it's decay, it's decrease. Okay, what is the annual percentage decrease in value? Right, well, we determined that this is decay. Right, and since we know that it's decay, I'm going to go flip back to the first page we put in here and look at my decay equation. Okay, it's Y equals A times 1 minus R to the T power. Okay, so I'm just going to write that here. Y equals A to the 1 minus R to the T power. Okay, I'm just labeling my equation. You can rewrite it if you want, if you don't have enough space. Okay, where Y is Y, A is 25,000. The 1 minus the rate is 0.85 and T is still T. Okay, so we want to find R. Well, this isn't separated out into 1 minus R. Okay, so we've got to solve for it. We'll do 1 minus R equals 0.85. Okay, 1 minus the rate is 0.85. We got to find the percentage. The percentage is R. Right, so we're going to solve for R. And again, we know it's decreased because it's decay. So we'll solve for R. Right, so how do we solve this? We'll subtract 1, right? 0.85 minus 1. No. Minus 1. 1 whole. All right. No. 0.85 minus 1. Type it in just like that. Every class. 0.85 minus 1. Negative 0.15. And that's negative 1r. So we're going to divide by negative 1. And that gives me r equals 0.15. All right, that's decimal. We want percentage. How do you turn a decimal into percentage? All right, you move the decimal how far? 2 places. Another way to do that is times it by 100. Okay, so I divided this by negative 1. I got 0.15 times 100, 15%. Okay, 15% decrease. Is the answer to that. All right, what you think about it? Does it make sense? We start with 1, take away 15%, you end up with 85%, right? That makes sense. If you start at 100, take away 15. Let's see. Okay, 15% decrease. All right, then question C. Some of these are really easy, okay? What's the original value of the car? Uh-huh. Right, that's in the equation. Right, that's in the equation that they give you. They're almost always going to tell you the original value of the car.